What if the TfL could run at a profit? I have a solution for that. What if we could provide money to our community centers from corporate sponsors? I have a solution for that. What if we could build 50,000 new affordable homes by Christmas this year? I have a solution for that. And a lot of people have known me from the past 10 years on my show, London Real. I've been broadcasting every single week. Come rain, come shine, come sleet, come snow. We always deliver. And once I'm on a mission for something, we do not stop. 10 police officers won't stop me. Them trying to reschedule an election won't stop me. Them trying to arrest and detain us won't stop me. Them trying to pull over our bus won't stop me. I'm campaigning as if my life depended on this, because in my opinion, my life does depend on it. This is the future of the city I love. This is our future. We need to have it under the best leadership possible. We need leaders with innovative ideas, with solutions. Brian, when will you debate Sadiq? Whenever he wants. He seems to not want to engage with me in a public debate. Again, I'm willing to do it anytime, anywhere, anyhow he wants to do it. Maybe he's got an explanation. Maybe he's got someone to blame. Maybe he's got a reason for his repeated failures on knife crime, his bankrupting the TfL, his lack of building affordable housing, and his inability to get London's economy back on track. So again, I am asking you, Mr. Mayor, tell me when, and I'll be there.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Welcome to the Brian for Mayor Digital Battle Bus. Welcome to Battle Bus Live. I am Brian Rose, and we are live here at the back of the Brian for Mayor Digital Battle Bus. We are right now going through the borough of Merton, so thank you for having us. We just went through Wandsworth after we crossed the River Thames, and we are heading into Sutton. Then we're going to go see all my people in Kingston, and we're going to finish up in Richmond. What an incredible place. That's 5 more boroughs we are coming to today, and that's going to total up to 32 boroughs in our Battle Bus tour. I'm coming to every single borough of every single of the 9 million citizens in London, because I need to see what's happening on the streets. I'm going by boarded up pubs. I'm going up by boarded up restaurants, and I can really see how this city is suffering. I can also see a lot of the frustration that's coming from people out there that are struggling with these LTNs, or low traffic neighborhoods, which is a mandate that came from the mayor at the top of a glass building, who is dictating blanket policies that soaks down into the local councils and boroughs. And a lot of times they're the wrong ideas, they're not implemented correctly, and the people really struggle with a lot of these issues. And I want to talk about that today. So first of all, I want to thank the boroughs we've come in today. Wandsworth, the home to the Battersea Power Station. It's an incredible icon here in London. It towers over the river. You would have seen it in movies like Batman, The Dark Knight. You would have seen it in Doctor Who, and even the movie 1984. It's an iconic place. Then we went by Clapham Junction, which is actually the busiest station in Europe. Some 2,000 trains go through that every single day. Later, we're going to be going through Richmond, which is home of Richmond Park, which is the largest urban park in the world. It's a place where people go to cycle, to walk, for family time. I actually trained for my Ironman race at Richmond Park, and it's a surreal experience when you're riding your bike down the road and you pass a whole herd of deer that are just kind of relaxing by there. It's an incredible, natural landscape in the middle of an urban environment of London. So big love to our friends in Richmond. Next, we're going to go to Kingston, which is the home of the Hampton Court Palace. This is where King Henry VIII used to entertain and basically live large back in the day. It's also the set of the latest Netflix show, Bridgerton, which everyone's been raving about. Everyone loves those period dramas that, let's be honest, we do the best here in England. And if you haven't been to Hampton Court Palace, it's absolutely incredible. I took my daughter Gabby there when she was a bit younger, and we had a great time. What I found great about Hampton Court is that they used to eat really well, and the kitchen there is absolutely incredible. So thank you, Kingston, for having us. Then we're going to be heading into Sutton, and Sutton actually is the home of the Sutton Heritage Mosaic. It's one of the largest pieces of wall art in the UK, 9 meters tall, 5 meters wide. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you, Sutton, for that. And we're going to finish up in Merton, which is actually home to you might not know what this is, but see if you can guess, the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, also known as Wimbledon. That's where they host the Wimbledon Championships. It's the only Grand Slam tennis event still held on grass. And I would say It's the most famous tennis tournament in the world, the most famous tennis venue in the world. I remember when I was a kid in San Diego watching McEnroe battle Connor and watching Boris Becker on Wimbledon, and Boris Becker later came on my show London Real. So we're just so happy to be through these amazing boroughs. And again, like I said, I'm out here on the streets right now. I'm passing by University Road. I'm going by a lot of businesses here, and I can really feel what's going on in the boroughs, and that's why I'm here. Now, today I want to talk about something called LTNs in low traffic neighborhoods, and it really is a sign of sometimes how City Hall, how the mayor is not in touch with what people are struggling with actually here on the ground. And yesterday, I was out with my team on the battle bus, again, in a 100% COVID secure way, and we were dropping off food to the St. John's Food Bank, and our good friend Alan Simpson was there, and we were dropping off food to him. We had a lot of tinned vegetables, we had a lot of goods for his people. And as I was getting back on the bus, there was a man named Mark, and he was shouting over to me, and he said, "Brian, do you know what's going on with these LTNs? They're ruining our neighborhoods." And I had to stop, and I wanted to listen to him. And I'll be honest, Mark was really angry. And Mark, I hope you're watching this, because I appreciate you coming over, you know, to tell me these things, and I appreciate you taking the time. And he was really frustrated because these LTNs, which are basically a forced way of removing traffic from neighborhoods, were actually stopping him from visiting his family. They were stopping ambulances getting to emergencies. They were actually bankrupting businesses because there wasn't enough traffic or flow. And they were actually increasing emissions as well. And so it really highlighted a fact, and it wasn't just Mark. Everyone that walked by Mark were shouting over their same concerns. And this was everyone, including cyclists, were saying, these are a bad idea. No one's listening to us. The mayor has got this wrong, but he doesn't care, and he doesn't listen to the citizens. And so I thought I would talk about some of these local issues today, and I'm going to talk about them with you. So again, leave your comments below. I'll be coming through with a few questions now. We are right now to bring you up to speed on our digital battle bus. And this is our 100% COVID secure way of getting out there and going to every single borough and campaigning and talking about the issues. We planned to do this weeks ago, and yet about 9-10 days ago now, it was Sunday, 1 week ago Sunday, I was out in the borough of Southwark. I was actually walking down the street alone, talking to my phone like I do when I record my videos for you every day, and I was suddenly surrounded by 10 City of London police officers. 5 police vans came around, and they said that you cannot do this. And I said, well, wait a second, we've got film permits, we've got permits to park here. What do you mean? They said, you are not allowed to campaign. They stopped me, they fined me and my team, they detained us, and they banned us from campaigning. And we thought to ourselves, there's something not fair about this. So we got with our legal team and we created this 5-page legal letter. We sent this out to the 3 commissioners of the major police forces here in London. We sent it out to Commissioner Ian Dyson of the City of London Police that actually fined and detained us. We sent it out to Dame Sadiq of the Metropolitan Police, and of course Chief Constable Paul Crowther as well of the British Transport Police. And we said we believe we do have the legal right to campaign in our digital battle bus, and we are going to continue doing this because we're doing this in a 100% COVID safe way. Each one of these commissioners has acknowledged the receipt of this, and we have been campaigning every single day because we know we are following the letter of the law. We have been pulled over by the Metropolitan Police. We have been followed by police, but we have not stopped, and they cannot stop because we believe this is your democratic right to choose your leaders. We believe in free and fair elections, and if your candidates can't campaign, well, how can you choose? And that's why we are out here on the road. We could be pulled over at any time. We could be arrested at any time, but we believe that democracy is important, and so we're coming out to you and doing this, and so far, so good, but we understand what we're doing every day. And like I said, we think it's important. If you don't have the information, if you don't know enough about your candidates, how can you vote on May 6th? That's 94 days from today. And we want you to go ahead and be able to vote for your candidate. Even if it's a postal vote, that's fine. But the current mayor has been unelected for the past year. That is not undemocratic in my mind, and the last thing we need is them to postpone the elections or for them to stop us from campaigning. As I told the City of London police officer, I believe that this move is political. And he said, no, this is nothing political about that. He got quite loud, he got quite angry. And I said, this feels like a political move, like we are being singled out because I believe our ideas are resonating with you, the citizens, and that's why we're continuing. So I just want to say thank you so much for everybody for your support. If you want to learn more about our 100% COVID secure battle bus. You can go and watch my videos I put out on my YouTube channel, and we are going to keep going. We believe democracy must be preserved. Again, free and fair elections on May 6th, and we encourage all parties to join us and safely campaign for the May 6th election. So now I want to ask you some questions. Again, this is live right now. I'm literally going through these neighborhoods. I'm at the South Wimbledon underground station as we speak. You can see it right over the back of me right now as we make this turn. It's great to be here. It's great to be, I guess we're in the borough of Merton now if we're right near Wimbledon, so great to be here. So answer this question. First of all, tell me, what's the borough you live in, and what is the biggest challenge you face, and what's the question you want to ask me? Second, tell me, are you frustrated with these low traffic neighborhoods, these LTNs? Are you frustrated with the mayor's street space scheme that he pushed through during the pandemic and was just struck down by the High Court as being illegal? And are you frustrated with other mandates coming from the mayor from the top floor of his glass office without consulting local residents? And tell me why. Second, or thirdly, do you think it was right for the police to detain us, fine us, and ban us from campaigning some 9 days ago? And do you think this was politically motivated? And lastly, I want you to tell me, do you think free and fair elections should take place on May 6th? And do you think we need new leadership, new ideas, a new direction, and an independent voice? Tell me that and leave me your comments below. I'm going to be reading them out very shortly. Let's talk about some of the issues around these low traffic neighborhoods. And again, ever since I published some videos about this yesterday, our website has been blowing up. The comments on my videos are just chock full of everyone saying they dislike low traffic neighborhoods because they believe their politicians are out of touch with the real concerns of local residents. And I appreciate you. Again, if you want to submit a question to me, go to brianformayor.london/bus. Or /volunteer. You can, again, sign up, share our assets, and also ask me questions. And so we just went through Wandsworth, and I wanted to talk about what's happening with Wandsworth. You know, the Wandsworth Council is actually going to suspend its low traffic neighborhood trials following a high-level review. And again, the trials were intended to combat climate change by encouraging people to use more sustainable forms of transport and to tackle air quality. Again, they had great ideas. But after the initial review, the trials identified concerns in Wandsworth with emergency access and with traffic flows. And so they have now decided to suspend those LTNs. And so we can see this is a concern of the boroughs I'm going through as we speak. And I appreciate Wandsworth Council for doing that and for trying to look into these a little bit more before, again, we put these mandated restrictions on local residents when it actually pains them through fines, through hurting their businesses, etc. But it's not just in Wandsworth. In Merton, a petition urging the Merton Council to U-turn their low traffic neighborhood schemes has been launched. Hundreds of residents have now voiced their worries, stating there has been, quote, little or no consultation, unquote, to those who live and work in the borough. And that's what we see time and time again. The mayor is out of touch with the citizens of this city. And the article goes on further to say a petition calling for the proposals has been put to a halt immediately, and it's gathered more than 800 signatures at this point. So I'm going through Merton right now, and the people of this borough are saying that they want to review these low traffic neighborhoods, and I appreciate them saying that. Next, we go on to Kingston, which we're going to be coming to shortly. And again, there as well, the LTNs remain divisive for the residents. And Kingston's council's low traffic neighborhoods, they continue to spark great debate amongst the residents with concerns over their lack of consultation. And this is a recent article in the SW Londoner, and it went on to say that the council introduced the trials in early September on Albert Road, Lower Ham Road, and King Charles Road, and they're scheduled to last until March. This again is in the borough of Kingston. And Helen, who's the leader of the Kingston Independent Residents Group, noted, quote, good, well-designed low traffic neighborhoods are to be supported, but the Kingston LTNs were badly planned and there was no consultation with residents, unquote. That's a direct quote from Helen, who lives in Kingston. And again, we see this systematically from your mayor, him mandating these ideas without consulting the local boroughs, and we think that has to stop.